It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Brennan Gordon alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis. And CD, in the few moments here before kickoff, let's give these folks at home a look at these two offenses by the numbers. What stands out to you?
Brandon, I just continue to be amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate and study because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators can really crunch the numbers and find where exactly on the field a defense is vulnerable. It's the game within the game. And if you really dive into it, it can be endlessly fascinating.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lynch. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lynch. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. On 3rd down, Kendrick. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14. Looking to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here comes the Bears punter now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Kendrick, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. 58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lynch. Touchdown! A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins. Oh, good move. And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here we go. Here we go.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. From the 25 on second down, Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lynch. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Jackson rolling to his right. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lynch.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Back to throw here.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
93 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. Kendrick. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
On 2nd down now, Kendrick. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Kendrick. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Bam!
A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Now this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Pushing his way through. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. On 3rd down, Kendrick. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lynch. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
2nd and 5. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll set up to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review, and this being inside 2 minutes of play.
Let's go! Let's go!
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is down to 24. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Pass midfield. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. Gets through, and now an opening. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory.